I tried something different with my hair and makeup today, and I feel like I'm either channeling 90s supermodel or Midwest weather lady, and I'm not sure which one. Either way, I feel freaking fantastic. Hey everyone, Kaylee, your friendly neighborhood hairstylist here and amateur hair scientist for the day. And today we're gonna be looking into JVN's new hairline. Is it good? Is it worth the hype? Should we skip it? Let's discuss. Guys, it has been a minute since I reviewed a hairline on my channel, and I am excited to get into this. If you are unfamiliar, Jonathan Van Ness is an incredible human and hairstylist that is part of the Fab Five that make up the core cast of Queer Eye, the most amazing makeover show to happen ever? At least in the last few years. Oh my goodness, guys. If you've not seen it, I have good news for you. You have 5 certified bingeable seasons ready for you on Netflix right now. And Jonathan has been able to come out with their own hairline. I love to see it. I think anytime a celebrity hairstylist gets to make a new line, it's really exciting because they're going to make things from their point of view, the way that they like products to look and feel and work. And they're usually going to expand the market in some way by working to either create products that don't already exist or finesse ones that are out there. And I always love to see it. So in order to give you guys a really great picture of the line and whether or not you want to pick up anything from it, we're first going to talk about the brand a little bit, just so you guys can understand what makes this different from other ones. And then we're gonna cut into a little bit of first impressions. I found myself trying this the first few times. It was a journey. I'll show you guys that. Then we'll hit a little bit of a sciencey breakdown as we look into the claims of the products and whether or not the ingredients support that. And finally, we'll talk about which products I would recommend purchasing if you only could get 1, 2, or 3. So that is a whole lot to cover. Let's just get into it. Okay, so JVN is actually the name of the brand and a shortened version of Jonathan Van Ness's name, so I'll probably refer to them interchangeably. I hope it doesn't get too confusing. But JVN, the brand, is first and foremost about including everyone. So it's not targeted toward one specific gender or hair type. It is meant to encompass everybody and care for everybody. There is actually a quiz on their website that you can take to see which products will suit you best. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit more. But I love that they'll pair, you know, a blue bottle with a purple bottle or whatever, so you're not stuck to just like, this is your regimen. You can mix and play throughout the whole line to make what you need. It's also really focused on creating like really beautiful, healthy, lustrous hair that feels good, both literally and figuratively, so that you really enjoy the hair that you're in. I can stand behind that. That's honestly my goal with KayleyMelissa, is to help you guys create hair that you really enjoy. The next brand standard is to be ethical and sustainable, so they're really keeping an eye on where they're sourcing their ingredients from. They're making sure that their packaging is recyclable. And the next brand standard is that they want to be effective and they want to be based in science. And thank you, yes, me too. I don't think that any brand ever starts out trying to be ineffective or misaligned with science. I just think sometimes like concessions get made along the way and sometimes the final product isn't what you wanted at the beginning. So I love to see the commitment to the through line. Like, nope, our products at the very end, when they're done, they need to be effective and based in science. That is the standard and heartbeat behind JVN. And then I feel like if you spend any time looking at these products, you will immediately take away that they are formulated with HEMISQALANE. We are going to talk so much more about that after I show you guys my first impressions and like times using this. But safe to say, it is a really big part of this brand as well. I will point out that HEMISQALANE is an ingredient that you can find elsewhere. It is not proprietary to JVN, but it is a mainstay of their products. And if you want to find these products, they are on Sephora and JVNHair.com, and they retail between $18 to $28. So that's a little overview of the brand. I love all of the brand standards. I love what they want to do. Let's talk about whether or not it actually came through in the products. And to do that, I think we need to jump to about a week and a half ago when I tried these products for the very first time. Immediate thoughts are that that worked through my hair ridiculously easily. It's already left my hair feeling so nice and soft already, which is lovely, and it has a really beautiful shine. Okay, so I'm gonna let this sit for 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna go hop in the shower and use the shampoo and the conditioner. The shower Yikes. I could not get the pumps to pop up to then dispense product, so I had to just take the pump out and like pour the stuff in my hand. I will have to look into what happened there. I had to use so much shampoo to get a lather. That's probably because my hair was full of oil for whatever reason. That always like takes down the sudsiness of any shampoo. And the conditioner was lovely. Okay, so we have the JVN Complete Instant Recovery Serum. It's really, really creamy, but also like really, really thin. I'm gonna dry my hair kind of willy-nilly like I always do. See you on the other side. Wow, my hair is soft. Never looks this good after I just throw a dryer at it and pretend like it's a wind tunnel though. Holy cows. Look at this. What is this shine? So this is day 3. Hair on top, looking lifted. See the slight arc? Peep the arc. For me, this is volume. Okay, and then we're gonna look at the telltale zone. The zone of danger. This is where we typically see, at least for me, the oil come through first, and it is the part that gives me away. And we can see some clumpiness. We can see some just a little bit of wear and tear. It was at about this moment that I saw a post from Jonathan themselves come up on Instagram where they mentioned that they have a website, jvnhair.com, where you could buy some of the products that were sold out on Sephora. I get myself over to jvn.com and there is a quiz that you can take to see which products you're supposed to use for your hair. So I took the quiz and I discovered that I should be using the volumizing shampoo and the Undamaged strengthening conditioner. So I really got it wrong. I do love the approach of doing a more cleansing shampoo with a more moisturizing conditioner. So I was like, that sounds just about right. Let me order this. Let me order a couple other things that were sold out, get the fastest shipping I can and try it out for this video. So using these together was nice, but I could tell that this left a little bit more weight on my hair than I would like. I could definitely like feel it on my hair. So I would say it's a bit too heavy for me, which honestly is a good thing because that means that it's going to work for people that really do need that like thicker, more moisturizing conditioner. But then I went ahead and used the Nurture Hydrating Conditioner with the volumizing shampoo. That was a lot better. My hair felt really nice, really lifted, cleansed, but still hydrated. However, I did continue to experience the way down. Okay, hello, we're gonna do a quick little iPhone update. This is Wednesday. I washed my hair on Monday and she's pretty oily. Up here, it's very flat. Had to wear my hair in a tight ponytail to make it work today. Not the goal. However, I went on JVN's website, I saw that I picked up the wrong formula for my hair and I would use the correct formula now, and let's see if that one lasts a little bit better on my hair. So honestly, I'm feeling like I probably should have just stuck to the volume line exclusively. That is usually not a great pick for me because usually I need more moisture, but I think that this brand is pretty moisture centric and the volume line would probably work the best for me based on what I have observed. So I feel like after this last week and a half, 2 weeks of using these shampoos and conditioners exclusively and washing my hair a lot more than I normally do, I have a pretty good grasp on them. And I've gotta say, I love, first of all, the foam on these is so good. They lather up super well, but they don't like overly clean or strip the hair. It's just right. The scents are lovely. They're unique. They're also very light and fresh and never overpowering. So if you don't like super fragranced hair care, you will be happy. But if you enjoy a little fragrance, you will get that little from it. The conditioners have incredible spreadability. We're gonna get into that more with the HEMISQALANE in a minute, but they have this cool like jelly cream texture and it works through the hair so well. And I feel like because this foams so well and this spreads so well, I use less product. And I have to say a huge standout for me has been this Complete Instant Recovery Serum. I mean, combability, shine, protection for the hair. Yes, just And I've gotta say, I've continued reaching for this. Even if I've forgotten to do like the pre-shampoo oil, because I do forget that sometimes, I'll use just a couple drops on my ends just to tame them a little bit. You guys saw me do that in my last video. This is the secret product, hi. It's so good. And when we get into the ingredients, Guys, I actually really vibe with it. So in a little bit, I'm gonna break down which products I think are a good purchase, which ones I would definitely pick up, and which ones maybe you could skip on if you wanted to. But first, I wanna get into talking about the actual ingredients and any science behind it, because I have some really good points and I have some concerns. So let's get into it. Before we get into like individual products, let's just talk about HEMISQALANE, because that is our big hero ingredient. It is formulated super high in all of these products. We gotta talk about it. We gotta see if there's anything behind this. So you might be familiar with squalane, which is a very popular ingredient, especially in skincare, but it does have benefits for hair as well. And basically that is made from sugar, and then it can be hydrogenated, which creates HEMISQALANE. HEMISQALANE has a ton of benefits for hair, so let me just read them off to you real quick. It penetrates the hair shaft, enhances elasticity, provides color protection, reduces frizz, delivers heat protection, provides easier combing, leaves hair silky and smooth, prevents moisture loss, strengthens hair, and prevents damage. That is an impressive list. What I wanna call out when I look at that first is the very first thing on that list, penetrates the hair shaft. That means it doesn't just sit on the outside and give a pretty coating or just tend to the outside of the hair. It cares for the inside of the hair. We need both. You want your inside structure to be strong and healthy, and you want your outside to also be smooth and shiny. And then when you start reading into it, you see that people often tout it and use it as a replacement for silicones. And it's been tested against silicones and has really outperformed. So let's just take a quick look at that. It has better combability than amidimethicone. It has a better anti-frizz and color maintenance effect than dimethicone. It has more damage reduction and elasticity than hydrolyzed keratin, and it has better thermal protection than polyquaternium 55. Not only do you want your ingredient to be able to actually replace the thing that it's replacing, you want it to do better. And studies have shown that it does. I will say, because it's been compared so closely to silicones, I was very curious about whether it can be occlusive or build up on the hair in the way that people are often afraid of with silicones. I could not find any literature to that effect. I really tried. If you do, leave it in the comments. I will greatly appreciate it. But after a couple weeks of using these products, I don't feel like my hair has experienced a significant amount of buildup, and I would just remind you that my opinion on best practices when it comes to hair is that you should be using a clarifying shampoo every 2 to 6 weeks, depending on how much product you use and how hard your water is and heavy of a pollution area you live in. More info on that in this video, in the iCard, whichever site it's on. So that's the science-y behind the scenes of this superhero ingredient. I will say, because all of these products have a good amount of HEMISQALANE in them, I feel like I've gotten to experience it in a way that you don't always get to when it's just like a little bit of a formula. The spreadability and the texture of the products is lovely. They're unlike anything I've ever felt before, and I do think that is mostly because of the HEMISQALANE, because that is something that I saw said over and over and over again by cosmetics formulators. But also, I think that I've seen some of these same benefits on my hair over the last couple weeks. Color protection, like I've noticed my color looking better. Reducing frizz, I don't have a lot of frizz. I know, humble brag, I've got other hair problems, but the frizz that I do have has been like taken care of, like really well taken care of over the last couple weeks. Easier combing, yes. Silky and smooth hair, yes. Less moisture loss, also yes. I have experienced those directly over the last 2 weeks. So all that to say, I believe the hype. It's a really cool ingredient, and I think, I'm gonna keep saying this more and more, but I think this line is super good when it comes to dealing with frizz. It is really good at imparting that like soft shine, like touchability that you want, while also kind of taming the hair in a really nice way. For that reason, I'm already a big fan of this for people that have frizz prone hair, but also people that have wavy and curly hair. I think you would really like this. So we're just gonna take a quick little breeze through the ingredients, and we're gonna start with the volumizing line. I'm going from lightest to heaviest moisturizing wise. And I wanna point out the ingredients list. So you're always gonna have water first, but then the very next thing they have is one of the hero ingredients for this product, which is the aloe leaf juice. Now, sometimes, a lot of times, too often, you're gonna see these hero products listed, and then you flip over the bottle and you start reading the ingredients, and the hero ingredient is down here at the bottom. When you're looking at an ingredients list, the ones that are listed first have the highest percentage. So the farther you go down the label, the less and less and less of the product is in there. So if you pick up an argan oil shampoo and argan oil is right about here, you know that that is BS. So you wanna look for the hero ingredients to be represented. And so when you look at this, the very second ingredient, aloe leaf juice. Next, you're gonna see just a bunch of really gentle cleansing agents. I will say this shampoo cleanses thoroughly, not harshly. Hard to find that balance, but it truly does. Then you have your hydrogenated farnesene. That is your hemisqualane. That is hero ingredient number 2. And then just below that, you have caffeine, which is hero ingredient number 3. So what we know from this is that these guys are legit because they're spending the money to put an effective amount of those ingredients in the formula. So that is your volumizing shampoo. That aloe leaf juice being super high up there is very cool. It adds a lot of hydration to the hair. It can also help to break down sebum, which is the oil that your scalp creates, and it also helps to protect from UV rays. Okay, so moving on to the conditioner really quickly. I have not used this one, but I do have my first of my concerns here. Okay, so we've got biotin, also known as vitamin B7, and it helps to improve hair thickness. Here's where I get a little, here's my thing. Common knowledge around biotin is that it helps your hair to grow. There are studies all over the place on that. We're not getting into it today. But that is when you take it as a supplement. You take it orally. That's not when you apply it topically. Applied topically, it has been shown to help improve strength of hair. And my concern is that when you say that it helps to improve hair thickness, what are we specifically talking about here? Are we talking about having more hairs on your head? Are we talking about your individual hairs growing thicker? Are we talking about swelling the individual hairs that are already there? Are we talking about keeping the hair from breaking so there's more of it at the end here? Because the more hair that doesn't break and makes it to the finish line makes the ends thicker. Is that the thickness we're talking about? What is the claim here? I don't know that biotin can promise that, and maybe I'm undereducated on that point. I genuinely don't think anybody is trying to mislead consumers here. Like, that's not JVN's heart. That does not benefit them at all. That does not benefit the team at all. I'm not insinuating that. I'm just saying that the wording is a little fuzzy. But I think because JVN really wants to position themselves as a science-forward hair brand, it could be really cool to like lean into that a tiny bit more on the ingredient page. They have a whole page for like their glossary of ingredients. Add like 3 to 4 sentences for those ingredients that explain a little bit more of how and why they work. Maybe link out and cite your sources. And I think it would make things like this less likely to get misinterpreted, because I actually don't know how to interpret this. So that's just my thought. Aside from my soapbox on biotin, I do actually really love that they have the hemisqualane for fine hair. I think it's great. It's a great way to get that like shininess and smoothness without weighing hair down, as far as my experience thus far. And then they also have bamboo extract, which is rich in silica. It adds a little bit of volume to the hair and shine without weighing it down. I have not tried this conditioner yet, but I wanna buy it because I think if I use that with the volumizing shampoo, I think that's actually what my hair needs. So now I'm gonna move on to the hydrating shampoo. And what I wanna point out here is that when we look at the ingredient list, we do have some overlapping ingredients from the last shampoo. They've picked out their favorite gentle cleansers. What's really cool is that it is a completely different formulation. So they didn't go with the same soap base and then just add in a couple different things here and there. It is completely different, which means that it is completely formulated head to toe to be this formula rather than just a copy and paste. But then it also has penenthanol, which I believe is vitamin B derived, and it helps to fortify hair and restore shine and luster. All right, let's move on to the hydrating conditioner. This one seems like a wavy person conditioner. Like, I don't know if JVN went in saying I need a conditioner for my hair specifically, but this seems like it might be it. But I really think this would be good for your 2s and 3s. I just think this is a really great hydrating, frizz reducing conditioner while still being super lightweight. And actually it claims to reduce frizz by 54%, and they have before and after pictures on the website to corroborate that. I'm just gonna call out that this does also have its own unique conditioner formula. Love to see it. And our hero ingredients are hemisqualane, camellia seed oil. I love camellia seed oil. It's also known as tea seed oil. I use just plain camellia seed oil on my hair sometimes. It is so good. I am such a fan. And then you also have amino acids, which are gonna help with moisturizing and conditioning the hair. They also usually have a good amount of antioxidants in them, and I have a whole video on why antioxidants are important in your hair. Check it out. Overall, big recommends. Undamaged Strengthening Shampoo. I also don't have this one, but let's just take a quick little look-see at what she's got going on. This one is supposed to smooth hair by 70% to improve the look of damage. You've got HEMISQALANE, you've got ceramides. Those are just some rich moisturizing buddies. I love them in skincare, I love them in hair care. They help to really smooth over those cracks and crevices in the hair, make a nice smooth base. They're also gonna help with restoring shine, and it also helps overall with resilience in your hair. And then we have jojoba esters. Jojoba is actually most chemically similar to the oil that your scalp naturally creates, so it's obviously good for hair. Esters means that it's gonna be a little thicker, so it can really just spread over the cracks and crevices in the hair and really just wrap it up and just some really great moisture, some like lipids to just in that dry hair, and it's kind of like putting like a body butter on really dry skin, and just like in and leaves a nice little film to keep you comfortable throughout the day. It's that on your hair. And then moving on to the conditioner, which I do have. This one has hydrolyzed quinoa. This one is going to give you more protein for your hair. Giving your hair back protein that it's lost can really help with strength. It can also really help with color retention and preventing future breakage and wear on the hair. And then once again, we have ceramides, our nice little fatty buddies that are going in there, wrapping up the hair lipids and saying, hello, it me, hair body butter. And I will say, I experienced that with this one. It was definitely left with that like really moisturizing lipidy coating on the hair, which is exactly what you need if you have curly hair or you have really open hair cuticle for whatever reason, whether it's naturally or through damage, or both. You really can benefit from that. I wanna talk about the Complete Pre-Wash Scalp Oil. This one is supposed to provide 93% reduction in hair breakage. Okay, what I need to say about this one when you look at the ingredients is that they could have marketed this as a hair growth oil, I think, in my amateur opinion. Professional hairstylist, amateur scientist, because a lot of these oils that they have in here have been indicated to help with hair growth. One of the top 5 is one of my faves. You guys know I love rice bran oil. It does great things for hair growth, for your hair overall. It is magic. You've got coconut oil, you've got sunflower extract, you've got rosemary. I love that this is great for your hair, but I also love that it doubles as being fantastic for your scalp. And they didn't even go there. They could have gone there. They could have made this a whole thing, but no, they just kind of like casually let that one just ride. Alrighty, and then the Complete Instant Recovery Serum. My favorite little jelly. This one fortifies hair in order to reduce split ends by 40%. Okay, so you've got water, HEMISQALANE, glycerin, which is a humectant, and then you have this fun little copolymer, and then there's squalene. So you've got the mama and the baby. You've got squalene and HEMISQALANE. So let's talk about what squalene can do for your hair. So it prevents moisture loss and nourishes. It provides heat protection and strengthens the hair. It also penetrates the hair shaft. It improves shine. It enhances elasticity and prevents breakage. So I wanted to call that out because it's just there's so much of it in the formula. But then we've got niacinamide. This is another one where I would like some more information. JVN, I believe you that niacinamide is good for hair. It just says that it helps support hair repair. And I found some things to that effect, but that was talking about when applied topically to the scalp. And I'm not applying this to my scalp. So I would like to know a little bit more about how and why it does that. And then charged lemon protein, I also did not find a ton on this, although I did find a ton of products that have it in there. Generally, they say that it's supposed to help restore strength and shine, defend hair from environmental stress, processing, and styling. Essentially, it's supposed to help the cuticle lay flat and then kind of form a little film to help protect the hair from a lot of like pulling and tugging. My residual questions about niacinamide aside, I really like this product. I do have to say what I have found for myself with fine hair is that I definitely need to make sure not to take too much, but as long as I use the right amount, I have loved this. It is so emollient and lovely. It feels like a jelly almost, but it's so moisturizing. Overall, I see myself continuing to use this a lot. It is a new favorite in the leave-in conditioner category, and for me that is a huge deal. I am the most picky about that category. I do think if you were to use more of it than I do, it could definitely work really well towards those medium to thick hair categories. I think if you are in the for kind of coily person category, or your hair has a decent amount of damage on it, so the cuticle is fairly open, you might like the air dry cream a little better. I actually have not used it yet, but I was looking at the ingredients. They're a little bit more emollient. You've got like shea butter and jojoba ester in here. Yeah, it is like a thicker cream. It's still like super spreadable and jelly-esque. This one leaves behind just so much more moisture. This also has chia seed and linseed extract in it, which are supposed to be really good for kind of forming curls. So it's gonna be good as kind of that curl cream or as a leave-in for people that just want that extra bit of moisture on the hair. And the very last one is the Deep Moisture Mask. This one is in the purple color, which means that it is meant to be hydrating. And this says that it instantly reduces frizz by 54% and continues to provide 24-hour frizz control. So this is gonna be more of your like hydrating mask than like your super lipidy like butter mask, which is nice. I think this is a good middle of the road. Let's see what the texture's like. I do love that these tubes are like hair color tubes. That's so fun. The texture of the deep conditioner is not that different from the texture of the normal conditioner, like slightly thicker. Hero ingredients for this guy are camellia seed oil and rice protein. You guys know I love my camellia seed oil, and it's cool to see the rice protein as well. Does great things for the hair. And those are all the products and my takeaways from looking at the formulations. Overall, I'm impressed. I like to see that the formulas are specific to each different concern. I overall like the hero ingredients, would like some elaboration, and I have become a fangirl of the HEMISQALANE. But now let's talk about my top 3 if you only wanted to buy 1 product and then 2 and then 3. So if I was only picking out one thing from the line, personally, it'd be this guy. My little friend right here, the Instant Recovery Serum. And here's why. I love a leave-in conditioner. I want the moisture on my hair even after the shower, but I also want shine and smoothness and protection. And this does that, and it gives me the amount of shine and brushability that I would normally get with like a high silicone formula without any silicones. And then it makes my hair look super good, but it also actually does good things for my hair. It's all the things that I want this kind of a product to do, but it also like feels lovely. Love the ethics of the brand and the packaging. It's just a holistically ideal experience for me. I'm torn on this next one. Okay, I'm gonna say next thing, if you can buy something, I would buy a shampoo and conditioner. If you can only buy one thing, I would buy the conditioner because I think conditioner does more for your hair than shampoo does. Shampoo is soap. That is my personal hair opinion. You are welcome to disagree with me on that. But I would say shampoo and conditioner, go on the website, take the quiz, but just know that all of these do err on the side of moisturizing. So if you know that your hair weighs down easily, I would say just go for the volumizing set. Even though my hair does have damage on it, I think that the volume line is most ideal for me, especially paired with the Instant Recovery Serum. So just know if your hair gets weighed down easily, you're just gonna wanna go for the blue bottles. Everybody else, take the quiz, find out which one will be your best, and I really recommend. The number 3, which is actually tied for number 2 in my brain, is the oil. I really like this hair oil. The fact that there's a lot of oil in it, super good. The fact that there are some oils in here that are fantastic for your scalp, awesome. They're also fantastic for your hair, double awesome. And I've been able to use it on my dry hair without super weighing it down, which is a feat in and of itself. I think it's fantastic. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I really hope that going into and talking about the ins and outs of different formulas helps you to decide whether or not this is a good pick for you. And if it is, which products would be the best pick for you, because that's my goal. And if you guys can think of any ways that I can communicate even more to get even more into that goal, let me know in the comments. But you guys know I am not about hyper consuming anything. You don't have to go out and buy the newest thing all the time. I'm about educating you guys so that you can make great decisions when it comes to your hair and hair care. So I really hope that we got to do that today, and I hope that you guys enjoyed hanging out with me and talking about hair and a little bit of like science and ingredients, because that is so fun for me, and I hope it's just as fun for you. If you did enjoy this video and you wanna help support my channel, you can hit that like button. It lets YouTube know that this was a good video and it should show it to other people, and I would appreciate that. If you're new here, you can hit that subscribe button to join the Braidaholic family here on KayleyMelissa. And all y'all can hit that bell icon to be notified every time I post a new video. But that is it for today. Whether you're old or new or a casual lurker, thank you for spending time with me, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah! Bye! Okay, I washed my hair not yesterday, but the day before. Yeah, so that makes this today day 3. Hair washing math. And now my hands smell delectable. That synthetic stuff doesn't have lipids. Can I get some lipids? One of my subscribers just sent me this dress. Do I need that to be my wedding dress?